Welcome to the Rude Dude Cast. Rude Cast!
Also, I've realized something. I've been starting the show like that since 175 episodes ago, and
True.
I realized
this is episode 176, by the way.
I know. That's
okay.
That's why I said 175 and go.
Okay. Fair.
Got the rude hand going. This is the rude hand, everybody. This is where the name the Rude Dudes came from. It's this hand.
It came from the hand, dude.
So, I've been saying that to open the cast up because, and I think it's a subconscious of seeing clips and watching the movie Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams because he plays a radio DJ. And he's always going, Good Morning Vietnam. I think it's just subconsciously like, Rude Cast.
Have you ever heard Tracy Morgan talk about Vietnam? No. Look it up one day. It's real Vietnam. It's so funny. Yeah.
You can find us at Twitter and Instagram at RudeCast, Facebook.com/TheRudeCast. We're here every Wednesday around 1-ish.
Ish, yes.
1-ish on twitch.tv/man_Deronius. Facebook is on there. And then YouTube a couple days later. We talk about video games, wrestling, comic books, TV shows. Today, as I was promoting the cast, I posted on our Instagram at RudeCast.
Dude. Those pictures.
Multiple pictures of Dan and I fighting. Pretend fighting. Or being aggressive with each other, because we might have it.
We're probably gonna fight. We're probably gonna fight about Westworld today. It's probably gonna happen.
I've calmed down big time.
That's good.
On my hatred of the finale of Westworld.
Yeah. Should we save that? Should we save it for TV stuff later? Yeah, I feel like that should. Let's just because there's a lot of video game news too. You know what I mean?
All right, so jump into it. Let's get
the news shit out of the way. Then we could fight, and then we'll do Money in the Bank predictions. Where I feel like we're gonna come back together.
We always I don't know what's happening. Yeah.
All right.
We'll do wrestling at the end.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So let's get these video games.
Look at my old school Dolph Ziggler shirt.
The show off. Oh, nice. I heard some crazy shit about Dolph Ziggler today.
All right, we'll get there. Don't forget it.
Okay.
Hopefully the dog doesn't knock over the fucking. Hold on. We're getting a special call in.
Oh Morgan boy, look who it is.
Hello?
Tell him no cursing.
No cursing. You're on the radio right now. You're on Twitch and the podcast.
Why can't you curse though?
I mean, you can curse, but
you can't. Don't say anything racist or homophobic.
Don't be racist or homophobic.
Oh, okay.
Not that you are.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Do you want to come on later when we start arguing about Westworld?
I don't know. Am I on the show right now?
Yeah, but you're going to be visually on the show later.
I don't want to be visually on the show.
We can just put you audio in. We don't have to show your face. We just have to zoom you in.
Maybe. We'll see. Am I speaking to the world right now?
You are.
Yes.
This is friend of the show, Chef Steve Lopin, also known as Gator in the Rude Dude community.
Gator don't play no shit.
All right, I'll give you a call back.
No, we'll zoom you when we get to Westworld.
All right, we'll see.
You answer. Don't be a biggity bitch about it.
Hey, you can curse.
Don't be a bitch. No, you just can't say anything homophobic or racist.
All
right. Okay, video game news. A few items, but a few big items. Okay.
Yo, we're flying through shit today.
Clap it.
We're gonna have a tight cast. We're gonna be done by 2:45 Eastern Standard Time. That's a lie. We have a wrestling pay-per-view.
We got a lot to get through. All right, big news today. This morning, big trailer dropped for The Last of Us story trailer. This game comes out in just over a month. This is probably the last trailer we're gonna get until the release trailer, which is gonna be even more vague. But there's a good chunk of stuff that kind of gave you a little bit of a couple nuggets here and there about stuff from the game story, more than we've known previously. That's what I can say about it. It's like 2 minutes-ish. And and I'm very excited.
Here. Tell me about it.
You can go check that out on youtube.com, the website.
The website? What does that mean, the website?
Just in case they don't know what YouTube is. Because they're fucking
Who's
idiots. Them. Those. Other news, kind of weird. This is the first time in history Mortal Kombat is adding an expansion, or like a part 2 onto their...
They've had this before.
They've never done a campaign part 2 in a single release.
Not a campaign, but like a...
No.
You know.
They've done tons of DLC add-ons before. But this is the first time in Mortal Kombat's history that they're adding on another campaign to a released game, right? So Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath DLC got a big trailer today. It's going to have a new campaign, which is going to be a direct continuation from where Mortal Kombat 11's previous campaign left off. There's going to be more characters, including Shang Tsung, Shiva.
Yo, can we talk about that for a second?
It's the original actor.
It's the original actor from the
But
Mortal Kombat movie. But he was in the last game. I just had no idea.
Yeah. So, but he wasn't a playable character until now.
Oh, dude. Also, there's a couple other faces on there that are real people. And you didn't even reveal it yet. Motherfucking Peter Weller, the original, as Alex Murphy, a.k.a. motherfucking RoboCop. Now, it's really funny because RoboCop is known to move and have mobility like shit. He can get in and out of a car. So, like, how's he going to fight?
I'm thinking that he's probably going to be similar to Jason. Remember when they added Jason to Mortal Kombat X and he sucked? Yeah. It'll be like that.
I like Jason.
But he didn't have a lot of mobility, right? Like, he was pretty fucking
he
slow.
would do this, like, fucking, like, Zoom thing.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool because RoboCop, probably part of his finishing moves, he's going to have Ed 209, the fucking big mech thing that looks like the thing from Westworld, come out. Also, did you hear that they brought friendships back?
Yes, I saw that in the trailer. So this is a pretty cool DLC. You know what I mean? The only thing I'm iffy about is I have no problem with them adding Robot into the game. RoboCop into the game. They've added outside people from things before, right? Freddy Krueger, Jason, Spawn, fucking Ash from Evil Dead. You know what I mean? Other fighting games have done this. Negan is in Tekken 7 from The Walking Dead. You know what I mean? So this is not something that's like that out of the ordinary. But I don't like that they're putting RoboCop into the campaign. You know what I mean?
In the campaign?
Yes. And at least that's what they made it look like. So if that's the case, I think that's a little too far. You know what I mean? Because then they're fucking with the canon and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Which is fucked already.
Mortal Kombat. There's
it's already fucked.
1,000 different timelines.
Yeah. It's already fucked anyway. So sure,
Back
why
in the
not?
old Voodoo days, Dr. Dan and myself, we used to play Mortal Kombat all the time.
Yes,
and
we did.
If I had my Xbox still, I would still jump on that right now because I was damn good. I would whip Dr. Dan's ass. What did.
Okay, let's not talk about the 30 game win streak I had in Mortal Kombat 9 though.
You're a Twitch streamer.
That's right.
Twitch stream days. You
That's
don't
right.
have a game, son.
Dude,
I got this. This is my Mortal Kombat. I got a
show
Mortal
feet.
Kombat. I got a Mortal Kombat tattoo.
He really does, dude. Look at that. Yeah. Major Meatball says Mortal Kombat 11 is about timelines, though, right? Also, what's up, Major Meatball? Yes, there's a lot of timeline fuckery in Mortal Kombat 11, and it looks to continue in this new DLC as well. So beyond Mortal Kombat, that's a big Mortal Kombat trailer that came out today. Also, news on when we're gonna get some more news about Cyberpunk 2077 on June 11th.
Dude, this is like a thing bands do.
Yeah.
They announce that there's going to be an announcement.
Yeah.
This is something that I used to do all the time, like when I started being like in a band. And only the last couple of years has it been like a made fun of thing in forums, like, oh, they're announcing the announcement. And the announcing of the announcement gets more views than the actual announcement. Yeah. Because that's how algorithms work on stupid like Facebook and shit like that.
Sure.
Announcing the announcement. All right,
absolutely.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So on June 11th, which would have been the week of E3 had it not been canceled.
E3 shoot! Super Show.
Oh, so all right, so damn, I'm not gonna really be able to do. I'll still do an E3 Super Show, but it's gonna be different this year, just like E3 is gonna be different
We
this
used
year.
to do an E3 Super Show every year.
Every year, we'll do
10
it.
hours of podcasting.
We'll do it, but it's gonna be less organized because E3 doesn't exist this year. So what's going to happen is a lot of stuff like this. Cyberpunk is doing what's called Night City Wire, which is going to be some kind of presentation on the game. The game is coming out in September. 2 years ago, they did the 48-minute gameplay demo on... Well, that was after E3, actually. That was during Gamescom. But I'm thinking we're going to get a big Cyberpunk demonstration, probably a big, juicy chunk of gameplay, more on the story, more on the mechanics, stuff like that. And so it's going to be this big presentation, and that's happening on June 11th, week of E3. Can't wait for that. And I'm thinking we're going to get a lot of stuff like this that week. The week of E3, I think games are going to be independently putting on their own, like, productions. And, like, basically, you're just going to get a lot of trailers and, like, maybe some, like, live presentations on Twitch and stuff like that. So, other than that, more Cyberpunk news did come out from the ESRB rating. There is not only going to be first-person sex in the game, but there's also going to be customizable genitals.
In Cyberpunk?
Customizable genitals.
Wait, has this game come out yet, or is this the game that they've
No.
been hyping for 17 years?
Yes, this is the game that got announced in 2013. So
Okay, so wait.
the game comes out in September.
If you are at the point where you are customizing your genitals, and not even that, like as a thing to do in the game, I'm saying as a developer, if you are paying people to customize to make it an option to customize genitals,
Right.
you are clearly done with the game and you're wasting time.
Yeah.
Because like I get it, if you're playing Red Dead and you want to see the horses take a shit when you're running, or the horse's balls bounce. It's a detail that actually happens when you're
on a horse.
The back ass of a horse for 7 hours. It'd be funny because people would be playing the game and being like, "Oh, this horse's balls haven't moved for the 10 hours I've been playing this game," or like its tail hasn't moved. All right, but these people have a game that's in the can, ready to go. Like, you know what our consumers need? Customizable genitals.
Right.
Like, okay, it's cool and funny for like fucking 2 minutes. They probably spent some developer and some customizers.
You probably
10
spent
hours.
Yeah. Probably more, dude. Probably
more
10
than
weeks. 10 weeks.
Yeah, 10 weeks to fucking put jingle
on
jangles
dick
like a drunk.
physics.
On dick physics.
Well, what it is it came out 2 years ago when they showed the game off to like the press at E3, like 2018. When you do the character creation screen, you're nude, straight up nude. So I mean, it said that you can do combinations of different sizes. So I'm assuming testicles, dick size, butt size, boob size. That's what I think that's where they're getting at.
That's well and good. That's well and good. But you run into a big issue here. If the gameplay and the story and the game sucks, then everyone's going to go, maybe you shouldn't have spent so much time on the dick and balls.
That's a good point, but I don't think it's going to suck. I think, well, some people might hate it, but I mean, just like anything. But, I mean, dude, they got Keanu Reeves. You know what I mean? Keanu's in it.
Oh, okay.
They made The Witcher 3. It's not like there's some nobody dev team. You know what I mean?
Won't you find The Witcher? My girlfriend just sings the theme song to the Witcher TV show all the time.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Fuck no.
I didn't watch it either, and I love The Witcher. I just couldn't.
Put the quarter for The Witcher. It's something like that. All right.
I couldn't bring myself to watch that. Every side quest is unique. No fetch quest, says Major Meatball. That's what I've heard. I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like, if The Witcher 3 is anything to go by, this game should be top tier.
Put the toppings on The Witcher. Okay. Keep going.
No, that's it. That's the end of video game news. That's all I got.
What? We got no other game news?
That's it, Papa.
Let me see here. I thought I sent you some game news.
Papa. Did you?
Papa don't preach. I'm in double deep. Papa don't.
I got plenty of Walking Dead news. Well, just a little bit, really.
That has nothing to do with video games.
No, it doesn't. But if we were to move on to shows, I could bring it in with some more news.
Oh, let me throw into books real quick, and then we'll jump
Okay,
into
we got
shows.
books. Okay.
So I'm reading.
Books.
In the middle of
Just kidding.
I'm in the middle of reading. I'm in the middle of reading Under the Black Hat. Jim Ross, the WWE famous announcer. His second book. It starts in like 1999 and goes all the way up to like last year. Which is really interesting. He's like the most famous voice in wrestling for our generation.
Sure.
And he was the main talent relations guy in WWE and F during like the Attitude Era.
Forever.
And all these other things. Crazy stories, real easy to read. I'm enjoying it. The reason I'm talking about it is
Poor
because
guy. Poor guy got fired because he got drunk at an event for WWE 2K. Poor guy.
Oh yeah, I can't wait till they get there. I can't wait because he's very candid and it's very fun to read. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I read it on an app that our audience might not know of called Libby.
I don't know what that is.
Libby, Libby. Put it in your notes, Dr. Dan. It's something we talked
Libby?
about.
Oh, yeah.
So on Libby, it is an app you can get for iOS or Android. And basically, in the chat, yeah, Mets, we're gonna watch the pay-per-view.
How do you spell it?
Libby, Libby.
Okay.
So it's an app you can get. It's basically a library app. So if you're somewhat of a nerd or just a regular citizen, you might have a library card to your local library. If you just have one, you might have one for some reason. I don't know. I have one because I didn't have a printer for so long. So I would just do things and go to the library and use their printer.
Yeah.
And so if you have a library card, you hook up your library card to this app, and then it opens up a world of books and audio books to read and comic books. And they have a lot of shit. And basically, you download it to your shit. You don't have to be online to use it. I mean, you have to be online to download your book. But then once you have it, you can read the book for about 2 weeks, and then it gets automatically returned. So you don't have to worry about late fees or anything like that.
Right.
And when you check out a book, say there's a waiting period, it'll say there's people in front of you and around when it'll be ready, because sometimes people return books early if they finish them early. So it's pretty cool. It's called Libby. I don't know if it works on like a desktop computer or anything like that, but if you like comic books, it's pretty cool.
That sounds cool, man.
So just a cool app, Libby, while you're stuck at home, if you don't have enough books or if
Sure.
you're out of reading material and you happen to have a library card, or even just call your library. I know they're probably closed, but they might be able to help you out with the app and maybe give you like a free trial or something. They also do audiobooks. They also do audiobooks and stuff too. So it's pretty cool. I was shocked they had the book because the book came out like March, at the end of March. So,
Just recently.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
new
yeah.
books. So that's
What a
that's how I
legend
read
Jim
all of-
Ross is.
I read all of Saga on there.
Ooh, that better come back soon, dude. I miss Saga. What a good book. What
So
a good
that's
comic.
I mean that's all I got book wise.
Okay.
But yeah, jump in.
Walking Dead news. Okay, so yes, Adam in chat. Saga, so good. It's the best, dude. Little bit of Walking Dead news. Okay, after we kind of got left on a little bit of a, with season 10, they postponed the finale episode. We got all the way up to episode 15, only for them to delay episode 16 indefinitely until they could finish it, because they had to get into the studios to finish up like some CGI stuff or something like that. So that's still on hold, but the Walking Dead producers, or AMC, did offer us a little bit of an updated timeline for what to expect from The Walking Dead this year. What's up, Mikey? Mike down in chat. Basically, this is the thing. The Walking Dead Season 10 finale, still on indefinite hiatus, okay? But the new show, Walking Dead World Beyond, is still supposed to air later this year in the fall or winter, so that's a little bit of an update. And Fear the Walking Dead is supposed to air, and I quote, some episodes later this year. So
That's
in
weird.
the fall,
That's
in the
weird
fall
that
and
we're getting,
winter.
like, hodgepodge seasons.
Yeah, well, because what it is they filmed like 6 episodes before everybody went on lockdown. You know what I mean? So they're gonna probably put out those 6 episodes, and then whenever they can fucking resume the rest, you know what I mean? And then they'll hopefully get the rest out later. But this also means that The Walking Dead season 11, which would have been in production at this point since March, is going to obviously be delayed. We're not going to get that. So we're probably not going to get that this year. I'm assuming we're not going to see Walking Dead season 11 until probably next October, 2021. You know what I mean? They might as well just skip the whole year, right? They haven't said that, but that's what I'm assuming. So anyway, that's my Walking Dead news. Obviously, beyond Westworld, which I think we should save for last in terms of TV stuff. I don't have any other TV stuff. So Mike Terry, you got any other TV stuff?
Like actual TV or like streaming network shit?
News, TV stuff, anything, whatever.
Okay, so HBO Max I've realized that for $11.99, I don't think it's worth it for me.
Not worth.
I mean, it's got all of South Park. It's got Friends. It's got a lot of TV shows. It's got all the Studio Ghibli stuff.
The anime stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Uyu.
Yeah.
It's got Ponyo and all that shit. I love that stuff. I'm a big Studio Ghibli fan. It's the Disney of Japan, but maybe even better at times. I just don't think it's worth $11.99. I mean, I think it's tough at this point. If you are a streaming service, you got to realize the lay of the land here. Like, your streaming service can't be more than $5.99 anymore. Maybe $6.99. I am not going to pick up a new streaming service unless it's $6.99 or below, because I already pay $9.99 for the WWE Network, or I used to. $9.99 for New Japan. I pay for fucking Spotify for $10 a month.
Yeah.
That's TV, but I pay for, Netflix, Hulu, whatever these things are, they add up. So
of course,
Shudder is $6.99, and that one was about to get the axe, and I was like, it's $5.99.
That's the horror app, right?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but like HBO, like I'm fine with whatever I have on HBO. Like, what's the big difference that I need? I need all these extra things.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't see. I feel like $11.99 is tough. I mean, that's just how I feel.
What I think, ironically, is going to end up happening, as you're seeing right now, like something like HBO Max, where it's HBO plus a bunch of other shit that isn't HBO. Like, I think we're going to start to see this more and more, where subscription services get bundled together. Like, you get Hulu, fucking Netflix, HBO, this, that, and that for like $100 a month, right? And it's going to be
kind of wrapping it into Amazon sometimes.
Yes.
They're trying to.
And what I think is going to end up happening is these networks and subscription services that aren't networks, you know what I mean? But like AMC has its own service. Everybody has their own service now. Showtime has its own service, right?
They're a la carte.
All going to get bundled into big packages that are like $100 to $150, what you would pay for something like cable, right?
Yeah. So you're actually getting less for more, but you're getting better. You're getting more quality and less filler.
But what I think it is it's these networks and services cutting out the middleman that was cable providers, right? Because fuck them, you know what I mean? And I think that's what we're going to see develop over the next like 2 to 5 years. You know what I mean?
So talking about HBO, I got HBO news. So new TV show is upcoming. It's called Lovecraft Country. Did you see the trailer for this at all?
No. Does it look good?
Looks terrifying.
Okay.
So, it's an upcoming drama horror television series based off of Matt Ruff's novel of the same name.
Lovecraft Country?
Lovecraft Country. So I'm guessing it's got some H.P. Lovecraft vibes going on.
Okay.
The series is produced by Monkey Paw Productions, Bad Robot, and Warner Brothers Television, with executive producers including Jordan Peele, Misha Green, J.J. Abrams, and Ben Stevenson. So it sounds pretty cool. Here's the premise. Lovecraft Country follows Atticus Black as he joins up with his friends Letitia and his uncle George to embark on a road trip across 1950s Jim Crow America in search of their missing father. This begins as a struggle to survive and overcome both the racist terrors of white America and terrifying monsters that could be ripped from a Lovecraft paperback. So shit like Cthulhu and all this other crazy monster shit. Looks pretty fucking awesome. I don't know if the only big name that I saw that I recognize his face is what the fuck is his name? I think Tony Todd was in this. I thought
Tony Todd.
Tony Todd from Candyman. He played the Candyman. He's also the new Candyman.
That looks crazy, dude.
I think. But anyway, it's supposed to air August 2020. So
okay. So pretty soon. Well, that's crazy. That sounds like a crazy idea. Because what's crazier than a bunch of fucking racists? Racists with tentacles. You know what I mean? That sounds wild.
Yeah, August is going to be 10 episodes.
I'll watch it.
2020.
I'll watch it.
The trailer dropped last week. It looks fucking great. Like, I think it looks really good. In other crazy horror side news, there is a where is it here? I'm sorry. Robert Rodriguez, who is famous for directing From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay. That movie scared the shit out of me when I was a child.
From Dust Till what else has he done? Robert Rodriguez. He's done a bunch of things. Somebody in the chat's probably screaming right now. I need like a third screen so I could do things on my phone and see this chat at the same time.
That's you need at least two. You know, I only have
this,
two.
I got this going. I got my phone going.
Sin City.
Sin City. Thank you.
Adam in the chat says Sin City. Good call,
Robert
man.
Rodriguez is directing Mandalorian season 2. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, El Mariachi, Desperado. He did 4 Rooms, From Dusk Till Dawn, The Faculty, Spy Kids. He did Sin City, Planet Terror, Machete, Attila, Battle Angel, and a bunch of things. You know.
Yes, and as Adam also pointed out, there is some more Star Wars news, right?
Well, yesterday was 2 days ago was May the 4th.
May the 4th.
Did you watch any Star Wars shit?
Nah.
You puss wuss.
I just binged the whole saga right before Rise of Sky.
So we watched
T-Ross came out, dude.
So what did I watch? I had episode 3 in the background, then I turned it off. I put Rogue One on, which I'm not as sour on Rogue One anymore. It's really fun, even though it doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie. It's really good, but unnecessary. Then I put on A New Hope and Empire, and then we watched Rise of Skywalker because Maggie had never seen it, and we started watching it. And we had a half hour left, and we had an hour left, and Maggie's like, "How much is left? I got to go to bed." Like
hour and a half.
I was like, "There's like an hour left," and she's like, "Nope." And so we never finished it. She
never finished.
She was not connected to it at all. She's like, "This is just all over the place."
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean, she's like, "They killed Chewbacca." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "That was kind of like not a big deal. They didn't make a big deal out of it."
Oh wait, don't say too many spoilers because I think that.
Fuck that! It's been out since December.
I don't think. Best Head, have you seen Rise of Skywalker yet? I don't think he has.
That's on you, bro.
It is
Star Wars.
It is, dude. It's on Disney Plus. It's on you. All right, fine. Spoilers are spoilers.
No. My firm belief is you're listening to a podcast or a show that talks about things like
you got a good point.
Like, dude, I've listened to a fucking Westworld only podcast that was a reaction podcast to Westworld, and they had to be like spoilers ahead because we're gonna get yelled at.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, why are you clicking on something?
Right. That's a good point.
That's
a good point.
Our show's a little more of like a fucking amuse bouche, a fucking appetizer plate.
Yeah.
So maybe we don't normally deep dive. So spoilers ahead.
Spoilers ahead for
we talk about.
Yeah. True.
we
So
don't have much of a filter here.
No, we don't. Yeah. It was kind of a that movie just as long as the movie already was. Wait, Best Head, was that a new emote, dude? That's great. That's great, dude. Oh shit. So anyway, like as long as that movie was, I think it needed another hour to like tie itself together. So I could see how somebody. No. We don't need to deep dive into that. But I could see how somebody would feel that way about the movie, where they just kind of like were like, all right, I'm ready for bed. Fuck the rest of this movie. I could see that.
Yeah. So I got that news going on here. So I mean that's pretty cool here. Other streaming stuff. I'm watching Hollywood on Netflix. It's fucking awesome.
What is it?
Hollywood.
Okay. Hollywood. What is it? That's it? Just Hollywood?
Yeah. Yep. So it's about 1950s Hollywood, and they're making a movie of about a girl who commits suicide by jumping off the Hollywood sign, and it's all about the making of the movie. It's a Ryan Murphy production, so he does American Horror Story. He did The People vs. OJ. He did the assassination of Johnny Versace. It's fucking great. This is the best shit he's done since the better seasons of American Horror Story. It stars Samara Weaving is in it. There's a bunch of people in it. It's really good. It's only 7 episodes. And Samara Weaving's the girl from Ready or Not, the blonde-haired girl from The Babysitter. She kind of looks like... what's her name? The hot girl from fucking Wolf of Wall Street who also played Harley Quinn.
Renee Zellweger.
No. Samara Weaving.
Oh, fuck me, man.
She's gorgeous, though. She looks like fucking...
Margaret Robbie. That's what Adam says. Adam has all the knowledge, dude. Oh, yeah, Harley Quinn. Yeah.
No, she didn't play Harley Quinn.
What?
No,
yes, she did, dude.
Margot Robbie played Harley Quinn. This is Samara Weaving.
They look so goddamn the same.
She's got prettier eyes.
You remember Group X? They look so goddamn the same.
Yeah, I
No,
saw
Margaret
Margaret
Robbie's.
Robbie.
I think Margaret Robbie. I'm Team Margaret.
Margot.
Margot. Sorry.
Margaret Robbie. Anyway, watch Hollywood. If you're into like making of movie shit.
Mets.
It's a dramatic show. It's good. Mets, I don't want to know what Mets says.
No,
Just leave it
Major
off.
Meatball. Major Meatball's a better person than Mets. Just kidding. Hollywood based. He wants to know if Hollywood is based
I
on
have an
actual
ongoing
events.
feud with Mets here in the feud.
We all do. We all
What did
do.
Hollywood baseball say?
Hollywood baseball. Major
Yes,
Meatball.
based on actual events, but like skewed to make a TV show.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, to continue on with Netflix shit, did you fucking see Extraction?
No, but you told me it was crazy.
Woo! I almost said Liam Neeson, and I almost said Noel Gallagher or Liam Gallagher, which is totally two different people. Not him. Chris Hemsworth.
Renee
Thor.
Zellweger.
Thor plays. Yeah, that's who plays. It's Thor.
Okay.
So, dude, you got to see this fucking movie. Maggie wanted to watch it, which I was shocked because it's like a fucking kind
Action
of like a
movie.
close combat action movie.
Well, what you were describing to me sounded like Hardcore Henry, and that movie was fucking dope.
It was like Hardcore Henry without getting fucking sick. Like,
Okay.
while watching it.
Yeah.
And it was brutal, dude. And it is, write this down in your fucking news, highest debut viewership in a Netflix thing ever.
Shit.
90 million people are said to watch that movie in the first week.
What?
Yeah.
That's more than Tiger King.
Yeah.
Is that more than Orange is the New Black season 1?
Yeah. This is first
Fuck.
week. Like just, but it might be for an original movie though, not for like a documentary or like a TV series.
Okay.
Because this is an original movie.
Dude, Orange is the New Black season 1 was fucking huge. People forget. That was like borderline cultural phenomenon.
But there's a different man. They weren't in a fucking pandemic then. Everybody's home. There's
True.
there's things going on around now that are asking Netflix to give away 3 months of free Netflix to people to force people to stay inside.
Right. Yeah.
They're like, hey, we'll give you free Netflix if you promise to stay inside.
Yeah.
And you said it best the other day. You made a comment on your personal Facebook page. You said, what did you say about people who can't stay inside?
Oh, I said the reason I think people are leaving their houses now against their better judgment is because they just watch bad shows. And all you need to do to stay inside is just watch good shows. Like I was talking about my neighbors, my upstairs neighbors, these fucking guys have been watching nothing but Law & Order SVU since the beginning of the fucking lockdown at the end of February. I know because every 20 minutes...
I know. Yeah. Dun-dun.
Dong dong. I hear it. I hear it through the walls. It's the only show that they watch from noon to fucking midnight. And guess what? Now they sit in their car. They're going so stir crazy that they're sitting in their fucking car all day just listening to music in the parking lot because they got to get out of the house. Do you know why they got to get out of the house? Because they watch a garbage TV show all day. Just watch better shows and you'll stay inside.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got a list of shows going on. I know you still haven't watched Watchmen, but I got a list going.
It's true.
I got a list going. So Extraction 2 is already in the books. Like it's already going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but they said it's going to happen because it was so successful. Nice. And it was really entertaining. Really, really, really entertaining. What else do I got here? It's my Irish voice. I'm doing my Irish voice. Looking for my news because I wrote it in a note. Oh, Dark Side of the Ring was sick last night.
Who was it?
This guy, Abrams, he ran the UWF. It was all about him being obsessed with cocaine and shit. It was crazy. Watch it. It's good. RoboCop. You ever watch the RoboCop video of the guy who, the RoboCop video fan made thing of RoboCop shooting off everybody's dicks?
No.
You should watch it. It's really good.
Okay.
In the chat, somebody post a link. Clearly, it's NC-17.
Okay.
I thought I had some other news here. Mortal Kombat, Epic Games cancels Fortnite World Cup.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Fuck Fortnite.
Moves remaining 2020 competitions online.
Ow.
Let's see here.
Good.
First Assassin's Creed Valhalla trailer goes to the Age of Vikings. WWE 2K Battleground rated T for teen coming to Nintendo Switch and Google Stadia. What the fuck is Google Stadia?
Google Stadia. It's a joke.
Oh, Google Stadia.
Yeah, it's not real. It's fake.
Ba, 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 ba.
Zesty Spider-Man wants to know, so Dan is anti-Fortnite because he's such a creative destruction stan. I'm not really anti-Fortnite. I'm just kidding. I played a lot of Fortnite in my time.
You play a lot of Fortnite. I always see you on Twitch playing Fortnite.
No, that's not Fortnite. It's a game that looks like Fortnite. I don't hate Fortnite. I just got so burnt out on it that I can't bring myself to play it anymore. And I think it's...
who was I talking to the other day? They said they were playing Halo 2.
Halo 2?
Yeah, they were playing Halo, the original Halo, because there's like a remix came out.
Yeah. Well, it finally came to PC, is what it is.
It's like upgraded graphics and shit like that.
Like a remaster.
Yeah, my buddy Xandro in the UK, he was playing it.
Nice.
And they switched back. You could switch back while you're playing to what it used to look like.
Ugh.
It didn't really look that bad. It's just dark.
Blah. 720p.
I would not even. I don't even know if
kidding.
it's 720p, man. It didn't exist.
480p. There was no P's.
No.
Yeah. So cool.
All right, call Steve.
So is it what it is? You could. I'm not friends with him. I don't know how.
I'll do it. Let's see here. He ain't gonna join up anyway.
He's not gonna join. We'll give him quick because we can't sit here and wait for 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Let's see here.
He's probably not gonna come.
No.
We're trying to get our buddy. If you didn't know, we're trying to get our buddy in here to talk about the Westworld finale, but he's never been on Twitch before, so he probably doesn't want to come.
No, he probably doesn't. Keep delaying, Dan. Keep talking.
I'll
Tell me
stall.
what you're streaming today. Stall.
Today,
Stall,
after the
stall.
cast. After the cast, I'm probably not going to stream. Probably going to wrap it up early today. That's my plan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you got? You got a big jerk off sesh ready?
Big yes. No, I don't know. I've been ending it a little early, but tomorrow I'm going to do my full stream. So that's my plan for today.
What's your plan to play? What do you tell?
I've been playing God of War.
Tell the people.
I've been replaying God of War. The one from 2018. I've played it before, but I'm out of stuff to play, so
Dude,
I'm replaying old games.
On the stupid Mario Kart for iOS.
How is that? Is it a cash grab?
Their trophies, no, but their trophy system is really addicting.
So you spend money to get you to spend.
No.
Is there in-app purchases?
You can, but I don't, and it doesn't force you to. It doesn't be like, hey, you should try to buy this. It's Nintendo. They're usually pretty good about that.
Okay.
It just plays really good. It just plays good.
Nice.
Let's see here. Well, we could just start talking about it.
Okay. Do you want to kick it off, or do you want me to kick it off? We both are we're very split down the middle on this.
Full spoilers ahead.
Big spoilers for the Westworld season finale. If you have not watched it, don't listen to this. Skip ahead to wrestling. So, or if you're watching live, just fuck off. So if you haven't seen Westworld season 3 finale, now's your chance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So
go.
You and some other people seem to not like it, right? Or not be too into it. Me, on the other hand, I loved it. I loved it just as much as I loved any other episode this season. And I think basically this show is having its hate phase, right? Like every big franchise has. Eventually, when you're a big enough franchise, people are going to get torn on stuff. You know what I mean? When you're a show or a movie or a book or a video game that kind of is by design shrouded in mystery that will eventually be revealed over the course of a season, like people start to predict things. They start to develop theories. And when you start to have theories about what's going to happen, you start to have certain expectations about what's going to happen. And when those theories don't align with what actually happens in the end, what I've noticed that's become more of a trend is that people start to bash it. Maybe because the thing didn't happen with the character that they love, or maybe because they were just fucking wrong, or like maybe they were right, and even though they were right, they were disappointed by the outcome because they wanted to see something different. In addition to that, I think what you see a lot of the time is carryover hate, right? And I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this is you, Mike Terry, but I'm saying I think there are a lot of Westworld fans that were also Game of Thrones fans that now have hate that carried over from Game of Thrones, that were just waiting for that one thing to piss them off before getting them to go on Reddit and shit all over it. You know what I mean? I think you have El Camino hate. People that fucking hate Aaron Paul, I think you might be in this category, because they fucking hated El Camino. And they were waiting for Westworld to piss them off with Aaron Paul just to get over the edge and just start hating on it. Now, I'm not saying you or anybody is under that category, but I'm saying people hated The Rise of Skywalker because they hated The Last Jedi. You know what I mean? People hated The Walking Dead Season 7.
People hated
The
Rise of Skywalker because the Emperor came back out of nowhere.
That's true too. You know what I mean? But you know, it's here nor there. But what I'm saying is like there's a multitude of reasons why people hate things nowadays. You know what I mean? And let's be honest, a lot of shows and movies and games and things of that nature are also intended to be divisive and intended to split fans down the middle, right?
No way.
But
no way. I think when
so.
they're writing a show, they're trying to write the best show possible. They're
I
not
don't think
writing
so.
things to split fans.
I disagree. I think with certain
trying to
things,
make everybody happy or to whatever makes the story the best.
I disagree. I think in certain scenarios, like I think, like J.J. Abrams straight up said that The Rise of Skywalker was intended to split the fans. You know what I mean? That he says there's no way.
That's one of the things about it, not the
Right.
It's like the main thing about it.
Well, now with Westworld, to go back to Westworld, I think there's no way they were going to please everybody, because you don't know, like Dolores has this plan the whole series, not just the whole season. Season 2, from season 2 to 3, she's been devising this plan, right? You know, and that's been shrouded in mystery. Even up until the last episode, we didn't really know what her plan was, right? You had this whole thing with Aaron Paul. Who is he? What is his deal? Why did he just pop up out of nowhere? You know what I mean? I think a lot of people were kind of disappointed with that. Like who he was and what his purpose was in the show in the end, right?
Wait, so you're trying to tell me in a nutshell that let's speed this up a bit.
Sure.
Dolores is a fucking killing everybody, and you don't know if she wants to just bring back her people or take over the world. We don't know what's going on, and then she's just murking people out, and then fucking
True.
We're there to believe that she is going on this path of destruction to destroy things, and then she's like, I was going to destroy humanity, but then I saw the good in Aaron Paul, and like didn't tell us until the end, like, and just kind of just strung him along and let him be the face of this movement. It just seemed very much just like an out of nowhere thing. Like,
sure,
she flipped her personality in the last episode to like
all right,
explain it to the audience of why.
This is where I kind of disagree, because I don't think it was that much of like, I remember you had said in a text message, there was a lot of turns, like Dolores turning heel, turning face, turning heel, turning face, like we talk about in wrestling. Same thing with Maeve, right? But I think it was more of meant to be a character revelation. You know what I mean? In episode 7, she talked about...
But she had the character revelation. We're being told that she had a character revelation when she met Caleb in his simulation, when he decided not to rape and pillage her. That's where she changed. But she still acted like a psycho all the way up until she told us that's when she changed.
I could see your point there, but you also have to remember that she had, as this shit was happening, as the decisions were being made, when she was hooked up to the fucking ball god, she's also having those memories erased. These traumatic memories of the Man in Black. You know what I mean? People being cruel as fuck to her, or also being wiped from her memory. And the same thing with Maeve, right? So what I argue with Maeve is, one thing I've seen people saying is that people were also pissed off about Maeve, right? She's working for what's Salomon, right? Or Salamander, Solomon, right?
Salomon.
No, not Solomon. What's the guy's name? Sirach. So it's like, why would Maeve suddenly, after aligning herself with Sirach, all of a sudden just decide that Dolores was correct? Well, it's because these two were having these big character revelations together. You know what I mean? Maeve was working for Sirach because she had no choice. He offered her two scenarios. One, you work for me and you get to live out your fantasy and live a great life with your daughter. Or two, you're basically going to be assigned to my own personal hell. You know what I mean? So Maeve had no choice. But Dolores, in that scene when they were in the meadow, you know what I mean, was basically showing her that she doesn't really want to kill people. And that her plan all along was really just to carve out a place where hosts could exist free, right? But what I think Dolores realized, I don't think Aaron Paul was as much the thing that caused Dolores' revelation was as the ball god, right? I think what Dolores saw is that when she came into the real world, what she saw was that people were just as much under control by this ball god as hosts were under the control of people. And I think she just wanted to liberate people after seeing enough of that.
People? She was killing people and then turning them into hosts.
What do you mean she was turning them into hosts?
She killed real people and then replaced them with host versions of herself with her balling.
When did she do that?
The Irish dude from Sons of Anarchy in the beginning, who's got the scars on his lips.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Him. Like,
yeah, I guess you're right.
All the hosts are killing real people and replacing them with host versions of Dolores.
Yeah, but this was all early on.
No. Even in the end, when we see Hale murder the Man in Black.
Okay, but that's a different Dolores, okay?
That's still Dolores.
But it's not the Dolores. It's not the Dolores
they're all Dolores. We learned that they're all Dolores.
I know she's Dolores, but at a certain point, Hale started making her own choices.
Yeah.
That are very
her deep down code is Dolores.
Yes, but that Dolores that made the final choice is dead, and the showrunners already said that's permanent. She ain't coming back. We might see Dolores' body in the future, but the Charlotte Hale that we saw in the end credits scene, the Charlotte Hale that went on to, you know what I mean?
Well, I think
to
also
blow up in the
a lot
car
of people have problem with this season also is because when you have a show that people can die and come back all the time, the deaths don't resonate.
Right, but these are permadeaths, right? Dolores, they referred to the Dolores that died in this episode as Prime Dolores. This is Dolores that we've been with the whole time. She's dead. I don't think she's leaving the show, but we're going to see her in another form. Like, they're going to put a different Pearl inside her host body or something like that, right? That's what we'll see. Now, the Man in Black, on the other hand, I love the way that his death was handled. I thought it was fucking brilliant because...
Nope. It happened in an end credit.
That's what I love about it. This fucking asshole... This is the thing about the Man in Black. He might be your favorite character, right? But I'm not talking about you. I'm speaking to the Man in Black.
You.
The collective... Not you, just Man in Black fans at large. 'Cause I like the Man in Black too, right? I think he's a badass character. But he is a piece of shit.
You fucking can opener.
He's a fucking terrible person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. Now, through the course of mental treachery and psychological problems, this dude went through the shit to kind of rehabilitate himself into becoming maybe a little bit of a better person, including killing his own daughter, right? Now, he had this psychotic break, rehabbed, got better, decided he wanted to save the world, right?
Yeah.
Make this big fucking grandstand. I'm gonna save the world and kill all the hosts, only to approach Charlotte Hale and die within a fucking minute. And he's a bitch, no you're not. And he gets his throat cut by a host recreation of himself. I think that's fucking great. Now, I could see why a Man in Black fan would be butthurt, but I thought it was fantastic. I think it was the show being like, here's this character that you've grown to know and love over the course of the 3 seasons. Zip, fuck him, he's dead. You know what I mean? I think that's great. I love that kind of storytelling.
The problem is, I don't have a problem with him dying or for Dolores dying. The problem I have is that when you're watching the show, if we had 2 more episodes or a little bit more time, the deaths seemed very
abrupt,
not grand.
Yeah,
they feel like they weren't like this big dramatic thing.
Well, also
they didn't feel big, and because they don't feel big, it feels like they're not final.
Well, they're not final because
not once when I watched Dolores die, I was like, oh, Dolores is dead.
Right.
You know, and I felt like she went out with such like a whimper. She was just getting like fucking life sucked out of her, and it was like whatever. And the Man in Black too, he just got like, whoop.
But the thing is,
I think it's cool. I do like the callback to the end of the 2nd season's cutscene where the Man in Black is covered in dust in the future.
Yes.
And we know the apocalypse.
And Bernard covered in dust.
Man in Black in season 2.
That too.
The robot version of Man in Black, which we were told at the end of season 2, he was in the dust. So
I love that's him. You know what I mean?
That's the best thing. We're led to believe that Bernard is in the same place.
So what I think a lot of people are failing to realize is like, not failing to realize, people know this, but I think they're blocking out like the having the foresight of like 150 years in the future, right? Because we know that fucking scene with the Man in Black at the end of season 2 and the scene with Bernard at the end of this season take place 150 years in the future, right?
Is it 150 years?
That's what they said. Years? That's what they've said. The producers, they haven't said exactly 150 years, but I think they said 50 to 150, a vague, massive leap in time.
Yeah, because we're led to believe that Rehoboam says like 26 years till everything's done.
Right. But
so I think next season we're getting apocalyptic times like Mad Max, and then flashes to the future.
Yes, I think so too.
Of the Men in Black looking for Bernard and Bernard looking for the Man in Black or something like that.
I think because think about how far away,
and I
right?
think those two dudes are going to be looking for Westworld. In the desert.
It's going to all come back to Westworld in the end. But think about how much has happened since the start of season 2, right? We're going to get another 2 seasons of this show. What people are realizing is, people got to realize is, by the end of, season 4 and into season 5, the Man in Black that you knew, the Dolores that you knew that are now dead, we have this new version of the Man in Black, right? We got host Man in Black killed the real Man in Black. You know what I mean? We're going to see another Dolores at some point. Right,
and because the show loves flashback, we might see the original Dolores, original Man in Black William, all that stuff too.
Think about... I find it easiest to compare things to The Walking Dead, right? Think about Rick Grimes in season 5, at the end of season 5, versus Rick Grimes at the beginning or the end of season 3 that couldn't even fucking take down the governor. You know what I mean? Think about what a motherfucking badass Rick Grimes became over the course of just 2 seasons, right? Now, in Westworld, these characters that just died, the host version of the Man in Black is going to go on to do things that the fucking human version of Man in Black never did. 2 seasons worth of material. Same with Dolores. This shit that happened in this finale, by the end of season 5, is going to be a flash in the pan that people don't even care about. You know what I mean?
But you're talking about all these cool things that come out of this.
Right.
I agree. I'm excited for next season. I know people are mad about the Mad Max or how it was a little too action-packed this season. And it was a little, more of an action movie and kind of stuff like that. That's not where I'm at. I like to see. I like where it's going. I'm talking about how things were handled.
Okay.
But we get this great scene with Bernard/Arnold with his wife about about Charlie and all this stuff that came out of nowhere.
It was because I thought about that too, because I felt like it was out of place, but then I realized, I was like, okay, if Bernard is jumping 150 years into the future, right? That's the last time we're going to see Bernard in the present time, because we know from that moment on till the moment 150 years in the future, he is shut down sitting on that bed getting covered in dust. So there's going to be no new Bernard content until the future. This was their last opportunity to tell that story without that character being dead. You know what I mean? Because if you jump ahead 150 years, all of a sudden, that lady that played Arnold's wife, I guess it was, in real life, would be dead by the time Bernard woke up. So there's never going to be another opportunity to tell that story. So this was their last chance to do it. So that's why they put it there,
Yeah.
I thought about that because it felt out of place for sure. And this plays back into your original point of this show. This season needed to be 10 episodes instead of 8. So
what happened? What happened to that whole Solomon underground thing in Mexico with all those people that were in
They never went back to it, did they?
Well, are we led to believe that when Dolores in episode 7 hits the EMP, that she shuts down the system and all those people die? It's not explained.
Right, they did just jump the fuck out of there. So that's what, like you said, that's why it needed to be 10 episodes instead of 8.
I don't think we talked about it in the cast last week, but never once do we see a conversation where Caleb is told by Dolores she is a robot. He's just blindly following her.
I think it's led to be assumed when she gets shot 10 times and he sees it. You know what I mean?
But no one's ever witnessed that before. No one's ever seen a host outside of
Westworld. He has. He's been to Westworld. He was part of the army training that, you know what I mean?
Right, but he's not assuming that she's there in real life walking around.
Oh, and he had his memory wiped since then, too. But, I mean, surely he knows Westworld exists. You know what I mean? I think most people, it's like not knowing that, Disney World exists. You know what I mean?
If some girl grabbed you and was doing all the things you were doing with her, you wouldn't be like, she's from Westworld. Not once would you guess that she's a robot. Until she got shot.
I don't know. I think in the future, knowing that things like that exist, though. You know what I mean?
Things like this exist now. Kind of.
Boston Dynamics.
Also, I don't believe the bullshit of her putting on her skin gloves with her new exoskeleton that it would look like.
Right. Yeah. True. That did kind of come out of nowhere.
Things where the fucking orb came out of her head, the pearl, and put back together. It's overdone. It's in a million old movies.
I guess.
It should be in the back of her head, not the front.
Good point. I liked it. I thought it was a good finale. I think, I
think you like the conclusions of where things went.
I'm cool with where shit left off. You know what I mean? I'm totally cool with it because I see it as in service of the larger story. You know what I mean? And I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Well, and that was like, what a lot of people who are defending the episode is that it was a whole setup season for next season.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. Sometimes that's what you got to do on a show. You know what I mean?
And I was happy. Like, the things that we saw in the first season, like first season Westworld is amazing. And it's never gonna, anything's gonna live up to that. And season 2 was great. And when people give season 2 shit, you could never get to season 3 or 4 without that season 2. And
Totally.
especially because a huge story point of this all is the Valley Beyond / the Forge / the Sublime. It's got 3 different names. The Host Heaven that is in Bernard's head, which is, I had 2 theories this season, and that was the only one that was right. Was that I thought that the Valley Beyond was either in space or in Bernard's head, and that they were all in a simulation this season, which they weren't. They were actually in the real world.
I was wrong about shit too. I thought that like they were going to space. You know what I mean? I was way off. You know what I mean? But
it doesn't mean they're not going to try to go to space or that they are. But regardless, so I think we watch a show that's week to week, that's very shrouded in mystery with theories from the very first season to now. When people watch this show back, like the way they watch TV now, where they'd watch 4 seasons in like a 2-week span, the crazy leap in logic isn't going to be that nuts. Like,
no.
And every season feels very different than the season before it.
Definitely.
Which now is part of the theme of Westworld. So next season should feel like a Mad Max thing, and it won't be so jarring because now we've had 2 seasons after the first season that were very different.
Definitely. What? One last thing before we get into wrestling. What are your predictions on the final park? Because we know that there's 6 parks, and we know what 5 of them are.
No, they told us all of them.
No, they didn't. Nazi
So
World Nazi World is a simulation, not a park.
What are you talking about? That's a park.
World War II was a simulation, not a park.
No, it's a park.
It's not. It's a simulation.
We have Westworld. We have Raj World, or the Indian world.
Yes.
We have Samurai World.
Yes.
We have the Nazi world, which is World War II.
That's not a park.
Wait, let me finish. And then we have the Army training simulation.
Yes. And so the 5 that because I read something that said that the World War II place is not a park. So
Well, they're lying.
No, dude, it's a construct made by Insight. It's not a park. It's not a physical reality. So what the article that I read said, Westworld, Raj World, Shinobi versus Dragon Ninja World, right? Was that 3? Then you have Army World, and then you have Game of Thrones World, and those are the 5. And 6 is still a mystery.
Westworld, Shogun World, War World, and Park 6 is Raj. Okay.
I don't think World War II is actually a reality. Because you got to remember, Maeve said it was a simulation that they were in. You know what I mean? Not real. So it's not a physical place that a human.
Fantasy World. Fantasy World?
That's Game of Thrones World.
Game of Thrones World.
The dragon. Remember they showed the Game of Thrones dragon?
Oh yeah. We don't have Park 5 yet.
Park 6.
No, Park. So Westworld, Fantasy World, War World, Shogun World, the Raj, Roman World, and Medieval World.
Right. So what's the mystery park?
I don't know. It says Park 5 here under the Westworld wiki.
What is it? You got any predictions?
I don't know.
I'm pulling up the Money in the Bank card, by the way.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up.
I think.
Overall, I mean, I enjoyed watching the season a lot. I thought it was fine.
Yeah,
it was
dude.
like every episode was better than the other.
Except for 7, but 8 was better than 7. Okay, full Money in the Bank card as of now. It's a short card, dude.
Yo, NXT tonight, Velveteen Dream versus Adam Cole, and Also, AEW, even though they had 8 weeks or 6 weeks of TV film, tonight they're going live.
I
And
know.
they have 30% more of their roster back.
Matt Hardy making his in-ring debut.
Oh, man. I'm pumped. I'm
He's
pumped.
tag
for
team
AEW
match
tonight.
with Kenny Omega.
Tag team match, player.
Tag team match. All right, let's pull from the same list. I see one from Up Rocks. I hate Up Rocks.
Up Rocks.
Fuck, I don't want to use
You
Up
don't
Rocks.
like Up Rocks? It's Uproar, by the way. But
Really?
yeah, it's Uproar.
No kidding. The X's are silent?
And it's just Uproar. You've been calling it Up Rocks this whole time? I mean, I'm sure you're not the only one. A few moments later.
all right. Note 2 matches are happening simultaneously. Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah. The Money in
let's
the Bank match.
let's leave.
Let's do those last.
Yes, let's leave the hodgepodge that will be the women's and men's Money in the Bank matches for last. Okay.
All right, let me get out my notebook to do our predictions.
Yes.
Mets, you want in?
Yes, Mets
you
wants
want
in. Mets wants in. And let me get a glass of water for this.
A few moments later. Let me get back in the chat while he gets his water. Yeah, we writing predictions. All right, let me get it going here. I got my prediction book. Boo, 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 boo. And Terry, Mets. Oh my God! Da, 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 da. Yeah. NXT first tonight.
Oh, Mets said something about NXT. He wants to talk about NXT.
I only watch NXT. So my Wednesdays are weird.
Dude.
I watch Survivor, then What We Do in the Shadows. Oh, which we didn't talk about. Taika Waititi.
Star Wars movie.
Yeah, Star Wars movie.
Pretty cool.
So I watched a Survivor like a nerd. Then What We Do in the Shadows. Then I catch AEW on the European feed because there's no commercials. And then I watch NXT last. So.
Right.
But
I
we'll
haven't
see.
watched NXT since the start of the apocalypse.
NXT is really lacking without the audience, like everything else. It's better than Raw and SmackDown, but it's still like kind of weird to watch sometimes.
Yeah, I just watch AEW on Wednesdays. All right, so we'll go from the bottom up. First match. 2 title matches tonight. Charlotte and Io Shirai and Johnny Gargano defends. Johnny Gargano's the champion? Is that true, Terry?
Yeah, I think so.
What?
He's also super heel with Candice LeRae.
No. What do you mean? Fucking Adam, what's his name? Adam Cole's the champion.
No, I think Tommaso Ciampa was. I'm so off of NXT also, I can't lie. I watch it and have no idea what's going on half the time.
No way, dude. Okay, first match. SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. The New Day versus the Forgotten Sons versus The Miz and Morrison versus the Lucha House Party.
Forgotten Sons, man.
I think I'm going to make the bold
Miz
prediction.
and Morrison versus Lucha House Party?
It's a New Day.
Who's the champion?
New Day.
Who's the champion? Okay.
New Day. Versus the Forgotten Sons.
Miz and Morrison, Lucha House Party.
Yes. I am going to make the prediction that I think the Forgotten Sons are going to win. Usos are not in the match. The Usos are... One of the Usos...
One of those injured.
Yeah, he injured his knee. He's going to be gone for the rest of the year. Sucks for them because they just came back from...
Injuries.
No, DWI suspensions. So I say Forgotten Sons because I think they're going to give them a big push, and WWE doesn't know how to push tag teams besides giving them the title. So,
I too am going to say Forgotten Sons because then they will be less forgotten.
Yep, Mets. What do you say?
No, you can't choose the Usos.
No, you can't choose the Usos. Well, can't wait all day. Next, SmackDown Women's Championship match. Lucha House Party. Okay, he says Lucha House Party. Okay.
Well, just to remind everybody from our WrestleMania predictions, Mets was wrong on all of them.
It's probably true, dude.
Not probably true.
It's true.
Definitely true.
So, next we got SmackDown Women's Championship match, Bayley versus Tamina. I think Bayley's gonna win. No. Mets changed his mind. He said the Forgotten Sons.
Too late. It's in pen.
Okay.
I don't got time for your shit,
Too late, Mets. Too late.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mets got one guess right at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Two guesses.
Okay. So
3 guesses right. He got 3 guesses right.
Okay.
Anyway.
So I got Bailey for this match, and I'm gonna offer the side prediction. Oh yeah, Major Meatball. Bailey hands down gonna get cashed in on. He thinks she's gonna get cashed in on same night.
Oh, same night.
So I think Bailey's gonna win, but the hacker, the SmackDown hacker,
I thought it was revealed.
it was not revealed. But what was revealed is that something big is going to happen with the hacker at Money in the Bank. And I think he's going to reveal seeds of dissension between Sasha Banks and Bailey.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably right. Matt,
I'm going Bailey.
Give us your guess. I also put Bailey. I think she's been really good in this role. Somehow she's figured it out, and I like Bailey like this. I like role model Bailey. I like Dr. Britt Baker role model is better, but Bailey is good.
That would be an interesting little match. Like if we ever, I mean, we're never gonna get a WWE versus AEW, but I would like to see Bailey versus Britt Baker.
All right, Met says Haley. So
Met says Bailey. Put you could if you, I don't know if you're put Major Meatball. Are you making predictions? Major Meatball's got Bailey. Meatball's got Bailey.
I'm out of space on my paper. Meatball.
Okay. Just put MB.
Yeah, I got it.
We'll know who he is.
I know how to abbreviate Meatball.
Next, oh my God, we're already at championship matches. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Drew McIntyre, all the way. It's a no-brainer. Dude just won the title at WrestleMania.
Easily.
Most
Drew,
predictable match
Seth,
of the night.
I just wrote Seth by accident, but Drew. I think they've kind of changed up Seth Rollins' character a little bit, right?
That's the only prediction Mets has. He doesn't know anyone else. Whose character?
Seth. He's like not as much as a messiah anymore?
Well, it's because his disciples are at home. You know what I mean? Avoiding the coronavirus. So
no, Buddy Murphy came back this week.
Buddy Murphy came back, but he's still like under, he's still a disciple of the Messiah. But he's the lone disciple of the Messiah. He's still a cult leader, but he just doesn't have a cult. It's the dumbest thing in the world.
All right,
but
Matt says the Scottish Supernova.
Wait, is that his nickname for real? Oh my God! I really, you know what?
I haven't watched wrestling since. I haven't watched Raw or SmackDown since WrestleMania. Like I don't watch them. I watch like ups and downs on What Culture maybe.
I give Drew McIntyre a lot of credit. Like the dude he's okay in the ring.
I mean, to be fair, it's so hard, and I was reading this somewhere else, that they don't know if people are getting over or not.
Because there's no crowd.
There's no crowd. But when I see Drew McIntyre, and from what I hear, it sounds like he is getting over, based off of like what the internet is saying.
I think he is. He was certainly over before they stopped. Before they got rid of the crowds and stuff. I just think this is the thing about Drew McIntyre. He's just like he's good. He's fine. Sure, cool, but he's just not. He's not like the guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not that guy that's going to be the face of the company for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? He's not your next John Cena. No way.
He's fine for now.
He's fine for now, but he's not that dude.
No. Move it on up.
I never chose the Lucha House. Who you got for this match, Matt? Oh, he said Drew McIntyre.
He said the Scottish Supernova.
Okay. I think we all agree Drew McIntyre is going to win the match. Next, Universal Championship match, Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt.
Versus Bray Wyatt or The Fiend?
The Fiend. I think... I mean, it's weird because Braun Strowman just won the title at WrestleMania. But I think Bray Wyatt's going to win. I think they know they fucked up with Goldberg, giving Goldberg the title. They know they fucked up. I think they're just going to shoot that motherfucking title right back over to Bray Wyatt because he's still the number one merch mover in WWE.
Yeah, I'm going to go with The Fiend also.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be cool to have the belt lost in this weird universe.
What's that?
I feel like it'd be cool to have this like Lost in the Universe belt thing. Like it's you gotta like go through hell and back to get the belt. You know?
Yeah, dude.
Are they having a Firefly Funhouse match? What
I don't think so. I think it's just a regular match. At least they haven't. Maybe they'll make an announcement about that tonight, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be regular. Yeah. What Metz just said, he says The Fiend is going to win again, and I was just about to say this, that Braun will join him for the future, right? I think, because that's what their whole feud's been about, is how Bray Wyatt made Braun Strowman. You know what I mean? And he can, just as much as he made him, he can break him. And I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to see Black Sheep Braun Strowman back once again.
Oh, okay. And
yeah,
then,
dude.
Like, eventually he'll break off and everybody will be stoked, you know?
Yeah. Definitely. Okay. That's where they're going with this. What do you say, Braun or Bray?
Yeah, I said Fiend.
Okay,
Metz,
so
Metz
we all agree.
Fiend. Yeah.
Watch, Bray Wyatt's definitely going to lose.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
definitely.
So we have the men's and the women's Money in the Bank matches that are going to be happening
simultaneously during the night, just like I said was gonna happen, like the Goldust Roddy Piper match.
Right.
Money in the Banks, Money in the Bank men, Money in the Bank women. So I love though how in the marketing of this, it's about there. So we've had a Boneyard match where AJ Styles was buried alive and came back to life.
Right.
We had a Firefly Funhouse match where John Cena was technically murdered, maybe in Dreamland. And now we're having two matches where they're promising or threatening or saying that perhaps somebody, man or woman, is going to get thrown off the top of a building.
Oh, yeah. I know who it is.
Who it
is.
What do you mean you know who it is?
It leaked.
You were at Spoiled?
No, I read an interview. A certain WWE superstar. I won't spoil it. I won't spoil who it was.
You spoiler!
But a certain WWE superstar let it slip in an interview that someone, a very specific someone, falls off the top of that building. And I think that they did it. I think they were told to leak it to start getting people talking about it. You know what I mean? To start building hype towards the pay-per-view.
You could be right.
100%. But only because
this could go either way.
Only because of who it is. Only because of who it is. Anyway, that's all I'll say.
In this match, in these matches, if they somehow make a hybrid of they lean more into the Boneyard style of a match, mixed with like action movie, the Raid, the Matrix, like fucking like crazy shit like that, and less of Randy Orton versus Edge, and less of Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. These cinematic matches,
right?
If they make it very action movie, and then when we get upstairs to the ring, where the ring is on the roof with the belt hanging, and that becomes more of a wrestling match, I think it could go really well and be very entertaining, especially since they're cutting back and forth to it. If we watch a 30-minute match of them climbing stairs and punching each other in a hallway, it gets boring really quick.
Yeah.
So they have to make some creative spots, like somebody getting thrown through a fucking window, somebody getting put into like a mail bag, like like a mail cart, like things that you would do in an office building. Maybe we see them like in a training facility or like where they keep like the Hell in the Cell or some shit like that. Like
yeah.
I don't know. Like I think we need more theatrics and less just straight up brawling.
I agree.
That's just my
I 100% agree with you. So in the women's match, we have Asuka. Oh, and also here's a little side anecdote that I think is an important detail. On Raw this week, on Monday, they announced that next Monday, following Money in the Bank, Becky Lynch will have a showdown face-to-face with the winner of the women's Money in the Bank match, which all but tells you and all but confirms that it will be a Raw winner, right? Why would they? It's so stupid that they said that, because now it's all but it's.
Wait, say it again.
On next Monday's Raw, after Money in the Bank, the next night, Becky Lynch is having a face-to-face with whoever the women's match winner is, right? So they're basically telling us that it's a Raw person that wins the women's match.
Maybe.
Now, yes, if it's true that if you are on any brand, you can cash in on any brand. Yes, that's true. But the way WWE conducts business, I don't think they're just going to have a random... You know what I mean? Like, if it was a SmackDown person, they'd have a face-to-face with the SmackDown person. You know what I mean? So that tells me that it's probably in these are the women's competitors. Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Dana Brooks, Lacey Evans, Carmella. That tells me it's probably either going to be Asuka, Shayna, or Nia. I think it's going to be Nia Jax. As much as I want it to be Asuka, I think it's going to be Nia Jax because she has unfinished beef with Becky Lynch. She broke Becky Lynch's face, and they never had a match. You know what I mean?
I want it to be Shayna.
She literally broke her orbital bone. You know what I mean? In real,
I want it to be Shayna, but this isn't Shayna's type of match. She's never been in a ladder match. She's more of a submission-based wrestler. This is a brawl up the stairs. If Nia can get her big ass up the stairs and not kill anybody, I also think Nia Jax, because she's been murdering people on TV.
Yeah.
As much as I like Asuka.
And we know WWE likes to do 50-50 booking. Asuka and Shayna Baszler got the upper hand on Nia Jax on Raw. We know how this goes. We've seen this story play out a million times.
I cannot stop fucking yawning.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Nia. Mets, what you got, boy?
Met says Shayna. I got Nia Jax.
Shayna.
So
Shayna, I guess.
I like it too, but I think what's probably going to happen is they're going to do the Becky Lynch Shayna rematch at SummerSlam, but Nia Jax is going to cash in on her.
I do like it though.
Yeah. I wish it was Asuka. Nobody deserves the push more than Asuka right now. Anyway, so for the men's, I'm thinking AJ Styles.
Who's in the men's match?
Oh, right. I forgot I didn't say that. Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, King Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles.
Oh, I hope Otis operates the crane because it's heavy machinery. I hope there's a crane and he fucking moves. It's like ducky.
True.
So it's AJ Styles. Yeah, AJ Styles is a good one with the briefcase. I have AJ Styles also. I don't see anybody else really doing well with it. Who's in the match? Dolph?
Dolph Ziggler, yeah. No. No, Dolph Ziggler did not qualify. It's Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, King Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles.
Ooh, Aleister Black would be a good one too, though.
Yeah.
Who's the champion?
Drew Mack.
Or the Fiend?
Or the Fiend. No one's going to cash in on the Fiend.
Aleister could.
Oh, well, actually, let's call it like it is. Braun Strowman is the champion right now. But
oh, right. Braun Strowman. Ooh. You know, Braun Strowman might beat the Fiend somehow, but like be left laying, and somebody might go to cash in on him that night.
Ooh, so who would cash in on Braun Strowman? King Corbin.
No.
It's gonna be Baron Corbin, dude. Fucking Corbin's gonna win.
He's not.
I just think
I think Aleister Black might turn heel to face Drew McIntyre or to face the Fiend.
I don't think
Is the
Aleister
Fiend
Black's
a
ready.
heel?
He's supposed to be, but he's not. I don't think
All right,
Aleister
I have
Black's
AJ
ready.
Styles.
I think AJ Styles. Because, like, dude, we know WWE's looking to boost their ratings right now because this Monday, Raw's new all-time lowest ratings ever for an episode of Raw. This Monday that just passed. So they're trying to do anything to boost their ratings.
Ever?
The lowest ever. 1.6.
Not in like the common era?
No, in all errors. 1.6. Terrible. That's like in danger of getting canceled if it was on any other fucking
because
network.
everything is so...
No, I know.
Yeah.
But, no, they'll never cancel cash. They'll never cancel WWE because it's such a cash cow. You know what I mean? But, so anyway, I got AJ Styles. I just think AJ Styles, they had him as champion on SmackDown for like 2 fucking years and the ratings were fine back then. So if they're going to take the title off Drew McIntyre anytime soon, I think it would be to put it on AJ Styles.
He hasn't had a title in that long?
No. I'm saying last time he held the title, he held it for almost 2 years. Was it, or was it a year? It was like a year.
Dude, AEW is making COVID masks.
I saw that.
There is a denim print Orange Cassidy one. It's just denim.
Jesus Christ.
That's ridiculous. I don't know how I feel about these COVID masks.
I think you're gonna see masks stick around as a fashion accessory for forever now.
Yeah, I just feel like we're in a point though where like I don't think I would do it as a band person because I feel like you're capitalizing on like the death of people.
True.
Like,
but it's also like
unless you're gonna donate one for every one you sell.
I think right now it's a little soon, but I think like long term. Maybe not long term.
I like this one, the Dustin Rhodes Gold Dust one. Just says keep stepping. Look at this one. The Pentagon.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. I think it's okay to do masks because to make masks is like a fashion thing because wearing a mask is a selfless act. You know what I mean? You're not wearing a mask to keep yourself from getting sick. You're doing it to stop spreading it to other people if you are sick. So I think it's okay to capitalize on masks. People need them. You know what I mean?
I guess you're right.
So, anyway, Met says AJ is winning. So Met has AJ. He says, what if the ladder matches are last? No. So what if the ladder matches are last and they can't cash in same night because WWE sucks? There will be no cash in same night because the ladder matches will be last. So, this is the thing. I think the ladder matches are going to be happening all night. I don't think the ladder matches are necessarily going to be last. I think the ladder matches are going to start at the beginning of the night at the same time, and they haven't confirmed this. This is just how I envision it happening, and they're going to be checking in on the ladder matches all night.
Yeah, just like the Roddy Piper Goldust match at WrestleMania 12.
Be like, let's see what's happening in the staircase. It's AJ Styles and Aleister Black brawling it out. And then they're going to fucking cut over to Bayley Bayley's not in the match. Asuka and Shayna Baszler are fighting in the basement somewhere, you know what I mean? And then they'll have another match, and then they'll show, like, the SmackDown Women's Championship match, right? And then in between that and the next match, they'll cut back and say, let's see what's happening over here. You know what I mean? Just like you said, like the Roddy Piper match at 20 fucking years ago. Hey, what's up, Rose Panda? How you doing? We're doing our podcast right now, but we're just pretty much winding it down. So there's nothing really else for us to talk about then? We got all our predictions. We covered everything we talk about, right?
I don't have Metz's prediction for Money in the Bank for the men's.
So he said AJ Styles.
He said AJ?
He said AJ Styles.
All right. Wow.
That's it.
Short matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Short
6.
card.
I'm excited, though. I'm excited because WrestleMania was fun to watch and have like a chat along with people while it was on.
Yeah.
Like a big chat going. Yeah.
Yep. So, Metz has one more question for you. He says, so buddy of Dan, his name is Mike, how do you think they will get to the top of the building?
Oh, we're getting elevators. We're getting steps. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was outside on one of those painting scaffolds and they're painting themselves up. You know, like
that's a good call, man.
It's going to be mostly steps and elevators, though. And
yeah,
there'll be some
mostly
joke
steps. Mostly steps. Let's be honest.
There'll be some joke about. Otis
is going to fall.
Why don't you just take the elevator? You know,
dude.
I also think it'd be cool if somebody. I said this last week or 2 weeks ago. I think talking to Dan or somebody else about when they first announced it. I think it'd be cool if they went in an elevator and actually opened up the roof of the elevator and pretended to go inside the shaft, like in an action movie, and rode up on the top of it.
Dude.
I don't think they will, but
I think they're gonna.
Cool.
I think they're gonna.
You think
dude.
they called the elevator company and was like, "Can you open it up and like help us film this?" Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I bet they do something like that with Otis, and he fucking falls down the elevator shaft, and then we never see him again.
Or Aleister Black rides up in the darkness of like the elevator shaft.
Could be, dude. It could be good. Like, there's a lot of possibilities. It could be really good.
I would love it to be like fucking like Lucha Underground with Drago. Drago is a dragon, and he just flew off at the end of season 1. Like, dude, it was awesome. He was like outside. Dude, he was outside, and he's just like spread wings and just flew away. Or like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like a humanoid, like flew away. I think it'd be funny if somebody flew up to the top, but nobody's got wings.
Yeah, true.
It's funny too because now we're like in this weird period where WWE doesn't have a video game franchise anymore, and all these weird matches are happening. So, like, if these weird matches end up in the video games, it'd be really interesting. It could be like that SmackDown game, Here Comes the Pain, that had like all the backstage shit.
Right. Mets wants to know if you watched The Bump, WWE The Bump.
Okay, so I don't know what The Bump is. I keep seeing it, but I have no idea what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
I think it's a talk show, but like it's I'm not sure. It pops up on the network. I just watched the Untold, which was all about the feud between Triple H and Mick Foley in Royal Rumble 2000 and WrestleMania 2000.
Right.
It was really good.
Cool, man.
I like the WWE Network documentaries. It's like the best thing
They got some cool shit on there, you know?
You got some cool
Sometimes.
shit, man.
Sometimes.
You got some cool shit, man.
All right.
Yo, I got a question for you.
What's up?
I need a decent USB microphone.
Decent or shit?
I need to be able to record music into my computer. That doesn't sound
Music?
great, or it doesn't sound terrible.
Ooh. Okay, how much money you want to spend?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Do I need an M box?
Here, let's end the podcast because I don't want to give any endorsements during a podcast. And then I'll tell you after the podcast is officially over. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Rude Dude Cast, episode 176. I hope you've enjoyed your stay and enjoyed the show. As always, you can catch us on, Mike Terry, Facebook.com/RudeDudeCast, Twitter and Instagram at @TheRudeDudeCast. Mike Terry, do you have any parting words for these motherfuckers?
I don't. I just want to say thanks for hanging out with us on this Wednesday afternoon. We appreciate it. We'll see you every Wednesday around 1-ish here at twitch.tv/man_Deronius for everybody listening at home and not watching live. Actually, you can find us live every Wednesday. Twitch.tv/man_Deronius. DARO.
No.
DAR. I don't know.
DARRONIOUS.
Yeah. Deronius.
Just look at the episode description. It's in there.
It's in there, but you find us on all where you can find your podcast, YouTube, a couple days later. And if you want to be interactive, jump in the Twitch chat, share, like, subscribe, hit that like button.
Do subscribe.
Subscribe. And jukeboxromantics.com.
Yeah, that's Mike Terry's band. Check them out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, deuces and gooses.
And gooses.